Pathmonk is the AI for website conversions. With increasing online competition, over 98% of website visitors don't convert. The ability to successfully show your value proposition and support visitors in the buying journey separates you from the competition online. Pathmonk qualifies and converts leads on your website by figuring out where they are in the buying journey and influencing them in key decision moments with relevant micro experiences like case studies, intro videos, and much more. Stay relevant to your visitors and increase conversions by 50% by adding Pathmonk to your website in seconds, letting the AI do all the work and increase conversions while you keep doing marketing as usual. Check us out on pathmonk.com. Hey everybody, welcome back to Pathmonk Presents. Today we are joined by Phani. He's the VP of Marketing at Indusface. Phani, welcome to the show.
Hello, nice to meet you, Rick, and great to talk on this podcast today.
Likewise, good to have you, Phani. And let's get right into things, if you don't mind. I want to know, and I'm sure our audience too will want to know, what's the big idea behind Indusface? And let's say you were explaining this to a friend over coffee, right? How would you describe what you do?
Yeah, so Indusface as a company is in the business of securing websites and APIs against all kinds of attacks. So there have been multiple experiments on the internet. For example, you host a website, you don't do anything on it, and there have been cases where it has been hacked into in minutes, right? So uh, hackers have become quite advanced in scanning the internet for vulnerable assets, and the biggest entry points as as it stands today are the websites and obviously APIs because they function behind. Now we are in the business of protecting them against these attacks. That is
Okay.
what Indusface as a company does.
That's well, that's super useful first and foremost because everything is done online these days, right? So you're like the internet police in a way. But all jokes aside, are there any certain types of businesses or industries where you feel your product really shines, or do you think it applies to just you have a website, we can help?
Yeah, so generally speaking, right, security software is industry agnostic in that hackers don't discriminate. In fact,
True.
they find softer targets and then go after them. But if I were to talk in terms of industries, we naturally gravitate towards the regulated industries because by and large the compliance and regulatory laws require them to have some sort of security in place. If not for the fear of getting hacked, at least these regulations force them to implement some security measures, and that has been our primary market. But of late, what we've been seeing is even the less regulated industries are coming to us and asking us um, to help uh, to help them secure their websites and APIs.
Makes sense. It doesn't matter how regulated you are. I think if you're under potentially under attack, then you still need help, right? So that's a fair point. How do these people discover you? Are there any channels in terms of marketing channels that become your go-to for bringing in new customers?
Yeah. So security has traditionally been a trust driven business, right? So um, I've worked in various industries before, but um, security software in itself, um, there is a lot of channel play uh, here because there have been many managed service providers, managed security service providers, value added resellers who have been selling something like antivirus for decades now. They started with antivirus, then now they are calling them EDR, XDR, and then web application firewalls. And so they have specialized to sell these. So at Indusface, about, let's say, 40% of our lead generation happens through the channel. And obviously, we didn't start that way. We were predominantly a direct business until, let's say, 3 to 4 years back. But we've really built up our channel ecosystem in the last couple of years. And about 60% of our leads or of our opportunities actually come through the direct channel. And even within direct, what we've noticed is, while we've done some performance marketing and all of that before, but given that we play in a market that is highly mature, and there are these huge multi-billion dollar companies that we compete against, performance marketing is probably not the most CAC friendly channel that we have. So majority of our direct leads come on the organic front. So people actually search for a problem, they discover us, and come to us. So that is what we have. And then there are small referral programs that we have, that also gives us some leads. Yeah.
Hmm. In all of this, how much of a role does your website play in pulling in new business?
So, to be honest, 100%, right? So, our website serves us two ways. One is, we get a lot of inbound inquiries from people who want to partner with us. So,
Hmm.
we've done a lot of optimization of content as well as landing pages around signing up more partners. So, every month we get multiple, maybe uh, like last month we at least got 15 to 20 partner inquiries across the world. And we get from places like Chile, for example, or uh, South Africa. We even get it from Kenya, we get it from Malaysia. So so that is one bit, right? So website has helped us sign up more partners, and those partners again feed into the funnel. And the second bit is all the direct channel, where that is where a bulk of my time goes in, actually. So um, given that we play in a mature market, but still we are thriving, we have our right to win, and we also know where we win. So we go very, very deep into creating clusters, right from the problem to the solution to the comparison and battle cards. Uh, so, like, there have been leads that come to us who say something like, "Hey, I am using this competitor of yours. I have XYZ problem. I see that you solve these. Can we do a free trial too?" So that is the level of research that people do on the website. Our website is enabling them to do that, and then they come and fill the form. Even even within the form, we have multiple levels of qualification, so that our SDRs know exactly what to send. And we've been fairly successful, actually. So for every lead that fills up our free trial or a demo form, about the meeting setup and completion rate is close to about 60 to 70%. And within that, again, 60 to 70% of those leads go into advanced sales stages, and there also we win quite handsomely. So uh, I think uh, two parts, right? So to answer to your question, what does website do? So one thing is, it educates people. Then the
Hmm.
second thing is, we capture enough information and enrich the leads through the form and through the SDRs. Even the demos, everything are tailored, and that helps us in uh, getting very very good conversion rates on the website. And by conversion rate, I don't mean the form conversion rate. By conversion rate, what I mean is converting into a sales opportunity, which is my core KPI.
Okay, is that what you follow most of the day? Let's say that what you focus on, trying to do that. Okay, makes sense. To stay on that subject, right? What you do, I want to switch gears for a second, talk about you, Phani, as as a leader, as a marketing leader, and maybe get a glimpse into what you do. What does a typical workday look like for you? What are the main you focus on? What keeps you busy? What keeps you excited, if you will?
Yeah, so I think given that most of our performance marketing runs on autopilot, and we only refresh our ads maybe once every 20 days, I don't spend a lot of time on that part of the business. Where I definitely spend a lot of time is on the product marketing front. So I spend a whole lot of time on the new feature releases and the product releases. Um, I think all the vibe coding or whatever the new terms are, it has really you know blown up the speed at which the features are getting released. And
Mm,
you know features don't sell themselves, right? So as marketing people, we need to create a lot of supporting collateral around that. So I work with the team on creating everything, right from updating website data sheet through to improving the SDR email templates, the call scripts that we have, and the sales presentation deck. So I look at it end to end, and you know it is not an exaggeration to say that I spend a lot of time there, because we release features almost every 15 days. So and yeah, and that is also helping us differentiate ourselves quite well among these behemoths that we compete with. That is on the performance marketing front, and sorry, that is on the product marketing front. The second thing that I spend a lot of time on, Rick, is um, as I told you, majority of our lead acquisition is from the organic channel, right? So
mhm,
and how do people discover us? So uh, we religiously follow this clustering based content creation, where we map the so basically we do two things, right? So first thing is we first map all the objections that people have on why they would not want to buy us, and we map that all the way to the problem, right? So and then we create a lot of clusters around that, including what those myths are, how we do on those aspects vis-a-vis the competition. um, so we go extremely deep with there is a pillar article, and then there is a lot of cluster around it. So so I spend a lot of time on this. um, so just to And how do I do that? So not only we do keyword analysis, now we've also started using the LLM tracking tools, where
mm.
every day we get queries on, are people where are our competition showing, where is our competition showing up, and where we are not. and LLMs recommend based on whatever they find on the internet, right? So if they don't find us in any of those places, or if we don't have a lot of content around that, then we pick up that cluster and then again do the whole thing. So it is an endless process where every week we are able to find something new that we need to optimize for. And uh, the I also look at all the feedback that SDRs give on, you know is the lead moving for, mainly focused on, okay, which leads are not moving forward. If it is moving forward, then that's fine. Which leads are not moving forward, and what are the objections that they have? Again, so those also we create a lot of content. So product marketing, content marketing, and then uh, the third part is mostly around reporting to my management. So I spent a lot of time in analyzing, okay, how did we do last 15 days versus are there any changes? I and In fact, I go deep into things like what I've realized is, for the longest time, I've always looked at the site traffic as a thing. But what I've noticed, started seeing, is that site traffic has become, there is no correlation between site traffic and the number of free trials or demos that we used to get. So we go more narrow and only focus on the traffic that our product pages and our conversion pages get. So I do a lot of that analysis to see what more improvements we can make and all of that.
Wow, that's impressive. I mean, that's a lot of stuff on any given day, and I'm sure you must have some kind of system. I was very impressed by by what you mentioned. You guys release a new feature every 15 days. That's really, that speaks to the volume and the speed, right? So congrats on that. Now, to stay on that topic, to stay on speed, Pani, I want to close off with our rapid fire segment of the podcast. If you don't mind, now we jump right in and we get a few questions, and then we say our goodbyes. Does that sound good?
Yeah, yeah, happy to share. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So, what's the latest book you picked up?
Do Japanese light novels count?
Everything counts.
Yeah. So I mean, so I read, I finish maybe a light novel every 3 days. So so maybe I'll have to talk about too many things there. But
Fair
the
enough.
one book that I enjoyed a lot was Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. I think one of the best books that I've read on fundamental mathematics. I almost felt like, maybe I should have read that as a child, and I would have appreciated mathematics a bit more.
That's a classic though. Thinking Fast and Slow. That's a really, like, it's often mentioned. I will say. Now let's go on onto the next one. If you had a magic wand and you could fix one frustrating thing in your marketing life with tech, what would you pick?
Mm. Before I heard what the nice two-liners that you talked about, Path Monk, I had something else. But now I'm thinking that if I'm able to, yeah, because a small percentage of users actually go. I mean, 80% of our traffic is on our blog and learning section. Some of it goes to our product, and again, a small portion of it again goes to the free trial. Now I think whatever you talked about, nudging people to go to the product page with Path Monk, again, so sounds like something that is interesting for sure.
There you go. You don't even need a magic wand for that, right? So how awesome is that? What's one repetitive task that you like to put on autopilot forever?
I think all the data related aspects, it's frustrating to know, and you know, data is perpetually incomplete no matter how much automation we put, and and it keeps getting messy and messy. People leave the companies, all sorts of things. So uh, if there is something that can help me with let's say a 98% accuracy on the data front, because currently it takes too much time and effort. um, that is one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good one for sure. Fanny, thank you obviously for being on the show with us today. And before I thank you again for your contribution, I want to give you the last word. So if someone forgets everything about the interview today, what's one thing that they should remember about the work you guys are doing?
Mm, yeah, so one thing that people should remember is, don't get too fixated on the amount of marketing budget that you have, and don't get discouraged when you have these big behemoths that you compete with. There is always a way, as long as you have that right to win. I think marketing will be able to contribute meaningfully to the goals of the company.
Okay, that's a really good one. Again, Fanny, that was really good conversation. I appreciated your insights, and if anyone wants to check you guys out, check what you do and how they can get in touch. How can they do that?
Yeah, so Indusface.com is our website. That is how they visit us, and then it's a fairly simple website. You go to the products, and then we have two platforms. One is a web application firewall, or it is now called the web application and API protection platform. The second is a vulnerability scanner, where they just have to enter the URL, and we'll be able to tell, okay, what are all the weak points or the vulnerabilities that exist in your websites and APIs. So these are the two platforms. Both of them have free trials that you can use, and yeah, we'll be more than happy to work with you. Maybe the one differentiator that I'll call out is that we provide enterprise class support and managed service, even for SMBs. Nobody in the world is able to do that, and that is one of the reasons why uh, we are among the highest rated web platforms on Gartner.
That's impressive, and I commend you for it. And of course, if you care about security, that you have not the choice to check these guys out. So, Fanny, thank you again for being with us today, and wish you a wonderful day.
Thank you so much, Rick, and yeah, all the best to you guys too.
Thank you. Likewise. All right. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, bye bye.